Good morning, everybody. I'm Annette Rose. Welcome to the Real Beautiful Women podcast. This is episode 2, and the podcast is all about bringing you stories of real women who are in pursuit of living a beautiful life and who are taking steps to secure their financial future through whatever it is they're doing. So today we're talking to the incredibly talented Ella Glasgow. Hi, Ella.
Hello.
All the way from the States. So very exciting for me. My first podcast guest from the States. It's very cool. So Ella is the business and life coach for creatives. As a wife, mom, and career creative, she understands the ups and downs of making your dream your reality. It's her mission to help creative entrepreneurs get out of overwhelm, which is a little bit of a clue about some of the stuff we're going to talk about today, so they can have a clear vision, the steps they need, and the confidence to make their dream their reality while making a significant income, which just sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So we're going to kick off by asking Ella to tell us a little bit more about you, your personal situation, where you hang out, those kinds of things.
Where I hang out. Yeah. It's so funny because I was doing a live this morning and was telling my people, those who are really close to me know that I'm a musician that just I don't go out.
Is that because you like sleeping more than you like going out?
Pretty much. I always look for gigs that end no later than 10 o'clock. So I can go to bed.
It's my kind of gig, actually.
But when I used to do shows with large casts, they used to make fun of me because I was never out. And if ever I was out, it was like, we are having a party tonight because Ella is here. Doggone
it. So you become so famous with this that they actually arrange their parties around you now. I love it.
Yeah, but since I've been here, I'm kind of proud of myself because, well, you know that I've just moved across 100 states.
Crazy. From where to where?
From Florida to Texas to Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah. So that has been, because you've been with me for a good bit of that journey.
Yes, I have. I think you put that online when you're in Florida, and then you stopped off in Texas, and now you're in Ohio.
Now I'm in Ohio. It's been that long. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And so tell us a little bit more about your family. So
I've got a little guy. He's 4 years old, and he's super cute.
He is
gorgeous. And I have a hubby who is a pastry chef, and he makes some delicious stuff. I don't think I've got to show you some pictures. We'll have a time and I'll show you some pictures when I find them.
Okay, that sounds really great because I love pastry, and I'm just very glad that you're far away because otherwise I would eat it.
My next door neighbor, let me tell you, she just moved in, she and her husband, and I was telling her the other day that I just finally got my husband to understand that I need him to only bring home human portions of things, not like corporate portions of things.
like Costco size.
Right. And she was like, but tell him to remember us too.
There's got to be enough to share. Very good. Awesome. So we're in Ohio. You have a 4-year-old. You're a musician, and I've seen some of your incredible performances online. You're absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
So you still are a musician, but also you have another business, which is one of the reasons why we're talking today. So tell us a little bit more about your business.
So I work specifically with creatives, and that's been something that I've been doing for it's been at least 10 years that I've worked with creatives. And specifically before I was working with singers. And then last year, as you know, you and I have been talking that I transitioned to not working with just singers anymore, creatives in general, which is still specific, but general. But specifically working on getting their creative ideas and their dreams out there, because before I was working with just their voices and making their voices better. And my goal had always been to move beyond that. What happens after the voice is good? You know, how do we make this money back?
How do we almost how do you become a business, really?
Right.
Yeah, and you know that we also have a big performing arts background with our kids as well, and so a lot of the women that might end up watching this podcast will probably be tackling that themselves with their kids as well at some point. So it's really interesting.
Especially for kids, it's a big thing for parents to be able to understand that your children actually can make money in the industry if you're willing to not go the commercialized route. Not that you can't make money in the commercialized route, but if you're trying to follow what the big names are doing, it's going to be a long, hard road.
Yeah,
it's a long, hard road, hard enough, without trying to be the next big person. What, right? And it's easy to think that that's the only way. And if you can't be the next big thing, then you're obviously not going to make any money. And that's just not true. I liken it to, I always tell my students, I liken it to McDonald's. If Burger King, or not even Burger King, let's say, I don't know who you have over there. It's been so long since I've been to Australia. So
let's call it Paul's Hamburgers.
Yeah. Paul is making money with his hamburgers, even though he's not McDonald's. He may not be making McDonald's money, but he's paying his bills and he's going on vacation,
Yeah, that's right. And I think one thing that I'm really interested in is more importantly, he's doing what he's passionate about.
Right.
And so, a lot of the people that you work with, I think it's about saying, I have this passion to be using my skill, my creative skill, whether that's singing or whatever that might be. And being able to follow that passion and to make money. Can
you hear my next guy mowing his lawn now? Sorry.
That's right. No dramas. All right. So I'm really interested in what kind of got you from, being a performer. So I see you performing on massive stages in the States. I see you doing your performances with Disney. So at Disney, which they just look incredible. I want to be there in the audience. I want to be one of those kids with you on stage, giving it all that. But what took you on that journey from being, the singer, the performer, into becoming a coach? Like what was that journey?
Well, that's interesting because and one of my students is watching now. One of my former clients is watching now. Hey, Annie. Hello. She's working it out. I love her so much. But I've actually always been a coach, which I didn't know that because when I was younger, I was always asked to help people go beyond. And those weren't the exact words, but they're like, can you help me do X, Y, and Z? And interestingly enough, there were things that people were asking me to help them do that I didn't necessarily know how to do. So it started with people asking me to help them do talent shows at church. And they would say, can you help me choreograph this dance? In my mind, I always wanted to be a dancer. I am an amazing dancer in my mind. And I was always choreographing stuff, but I never did things in the public eye. I didn't take dance lessons until I was in college, So the fact that people even were asking me to do those kinds of things it never dawned on me that it was weird. And it obviously never dawned on them that it was weird. She's not even a dancer.
But it's not just that people see you in that creative light, don't they? They see you as somebody who's kind of, you're out there doing your thing. And so therefore anything in that realm must be okay with you. That must be something that you can do.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I would, and they would win. And so I've always been that. But the journey for me from going from there to here was a strange one because at that time when I was 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, coaching wasn't a thing when we were younger. Yeah. That wasn't a thing. At least not in our world, it wasn't a thing.
No, that's right. Well, I actually think, interestingly, that coaching is it has really exploded, hasn't it, as an industry, as a career choice. So, yeah.
Yeah. So when people would tell me that, Ella, you should be a coach, I would fight back at them because I was like, no,
I'm a singer.
The only thing that I knew of coaching at the time when I got older was voice coaching. And it was never my dream to be a voice coach. It just happened that I was really good at it.
Yeah. Well, again, the coaching skills, that makes sense, right?
Right. I always wanted to help people go beyond. But at the time when I started my business as this side of my business, the coaching side of my business, the only thing that I could see my way, only way I could see my way forward was through voice coaching. And so that's what I did for a really, really, really long time. It was kind of this kind of segues into what we're talking about. It was my life fright moment. That was easy.
I love it. All right. Well, that's it. That's a really good segue, because I was just looking at that going, okay, so the next question is really getting into that meaty topic of the fact that I don't know if it's unique to women. I work with women, so maybe that's what I see. But it feels to me that we do have these passions, we have these dreams, we have these skills, and yet we're kind of still just sitting there paralyzed saying, well, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So tell us more about this, because when we first spoke, I loved this concept. It really struck me that you should really trademark the term life fright.
I'm going to. I need to.
I feel like you should. Like, we're out here now with this podcast, but you heard it here first, folks. It's a life fright.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah. So life fright. Hey, Alicia.
Tell us all where you're from.
Yes, please join us. But life fright, it's like stage fright, except it's your whole life. And
Sounds about right.
You have these big ideas. We all have big ideas. And you know how when you stand at the edge of a pool and you're ready, like you got your bathing suit on, you got your swimmies, you got everything ready, but you know that pool is cold. And what do we all do when we get to a pool? We're always like I'm gonna get it. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Just give me a moment. And like 5 minutes later, you're still not in the pool.
Oh no! Do you know how I get in the pool? My kids get sick of me and they come up behind me and push me in.
Exactly. And that's honestly what life fright is. You're standing at the edge of the pool, like I'm gonna put my toe in, and then you're like, oh, yeah, it's so cold.
It's so cold. I don't want to do it. I'm scared.
But the only way that you're going, and because the thing is about life fright and about the pool is that you're going to be happy when you get in, and it's going to be amazing. You're like, yes, you're going to stay in the water for like 15 hours.
Going to be uncomfortable for the first couple of seconds, but you are going to move past that.
Exactly. And you have to treat your dreams in the same way. You have to be willing to just jump in, because eventually that's what you have to do. You either get pushed in, or you just have to jump in and dunk yourself, like the whole body. Get in.
Or you wuss out and you go back and you retreat to your sun lounger, and you're kind of sitting there going, well, I'm kind of just missing out on the fun now. The kids are in the pool, they're having a lot of fun, they really want me to come in, but I'm just, I'm kind of just sitting on the sun lounger.
Exactly.
Willing to get in.
Exactly. And you kind of cheat yourself out of the full experience of the moment, and you start talking yourself into believing that you're okay with just sitting there on the sun lounger. You're okay with just sitting on the sideline. It's
comfortable.
It's comfortable. I'm getting a tan. That's what I came here to do, is to and the fun passes you by. And each time we come to those moments in life, we can choose to jump in the pool or sit on the side. And every time it gets easier to stay on the side, till we come to the point that we never, ever, ever get in the pool.
Yeah. Which is, to me, I think that, yes, Alicia, you're right. So comfy. It's so comfy on the sun lounger. I hear you. This is coming from a beautiful woman who is she's out there taking stuff on every day. So I know you're going to get in the pool. So I guess it's, for me, for women, it is about saying, get started. Just get started. It doesn't, whatever it is that you believe it is that you want to do, whatever that dream is that you want to follow, you might not end up in the place that you thought you were going to end up. But
Right.
if you never start, if you never kind of take that leap to jump in the pool and start doing something, your life is going to pass you by, and your dreams are going to pass you by. Quite
Right.
frankly.
Right.
And that's a real shame when that happens.
Yeah, it's a real shame, because people have the crazy idea that if you don't know how to do something, because the idea is big, the idea that they have is big, lots of huge dreams, but I don't know how to do that.
Yep.
And we somehow think that the people that we watch on the bigger screens were just like born amazing.
Yep.
And on some levels, people are born with certain skills, but every single person, even Tiger Woods, had to train that in. He was born with the ability to kind of recognize, like, and be able to swing and in contact with the ball. But had his father not seen that in him and trained that in him, he wouldn't be the Tiger Woods we know today.
No. And I think that's right, that once you get in, once you start doing the things that you need to do, when you start learning things, and you start practicing, you start getting better. I often say to women, I've been on this journey since September 2017 that I'm on right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're now kind of almost 2 years into my journey of being an entrepreneur, my journey of saying there must be more to my life than working for other people.
Right.
I don't know if at the time I would have said that it was particularly entrepreneurial. I definitely had my why at the time was, I don't want to commute anymore. I want to be in the place where my kids and my family are. I want to go to the gym in the morning. I want to have a coffee. And it had gotten to this point in my life where when I was driving to the train station, I would see women in their gym gear, with a laptop or with their phone, and they're going to the coffee shop. And I would be almost brought to tears, because I'm saying, I want that.
Yeah.
And it finally dawned on me that I had to jump in the pool. I couldn't just keep, watching from the sidelines and going, oh, well, I wish that was me in the pool. I wish that was me, having that and feeling that pain.
Right. And it's the piece that people really, really forget is the work that has to happen before you saw them having that wonderful life.
Yeah. That's right. And it doesn't, you don't just go, oh yay, I'm going to be, so, for me, I jumped into a network marketing business, and, I know a lot of women do that, and a lot of women quit network marketing businesses because it's hard.
Yeah.
And you get sold this dream that, overnight I'm going to be on a yacht, and I'm going to have jewelry, and I'm going to be rich. And, even though I'm a really practical, logical person, a tiny little part of me was like, but yeah, I can probably be rich like in a year.
Yeah.
That isn't the typical journey. And we do have work to do in whatever business it is that we're going to start.
Yeah. It's incredible, the work that has to be done. I took on, when I got here to Ohio, I took on some work with another company. And because I said, I want to work on my sales skills. So what's something that I can do to work on my sales skills and still get paid to work on my sales?
Okay. I'm not going to tell you that I'm working on my sales skills. Can you just pay me for that? That'd be amazing.
So I decided to, I think we have it in Australia. I decided to start working with Aflac. And
I haven't heard of it.
That's all right. I'm not going to get it's insurance.
Okay.
And it's so funny. The person that hired me to do it, he was like, nobody wakes up in the morning and it's like, when I grow up, I want to be an insurance salesman.
That's my dream. I want to sell insurance.
Like
there's probably been some people.
But the really cool thing, because he asked me why was I there, I said I'm here to like basically be paid to be trained on selling.
Well, you can sail too. Once you've sold a lot of insurance.
Yeah.
Sales.
But the thing is that even with that, it's not like snap my fingers and suddenly I've got like 50 billion clients down, banging down the door. There are steps and processes that have to be gone through for that stuff to start happening, to where I see what my what my trainers are doing. Her husband's been at it for like 23 years, and basically now he just, sits and collects.
Because he's been building his client base. He's educated them. he's learned the power of influence, and all of these amazing things that you
Right.
have to.
Yeah.
To learn.
So, and that's the other piece too, is that, when I talk to people about what it is that they're trying to do and get done and what things they get into, there needs to be a reason why you're getting into something. I didn't just go pick up an Aflac job just for the sake of,
Yeah.
The reason why
insurance today.
Right. I think I'm just gonna go get a job.
Yeah.
I did it because I wanted some pieces for my own self to better my own self and my own sales journey. And I said, how can I do this? And how can I make it fit with what it is that I do right now?
Mm-hmm.
And not interfere with the coaching that I do.
Yep.
So I was very strategic in how I chose what it was that I added on, because adding on just to add on is just procrastinating.
Yes. And I know that you've done quite a lot of lives on this. Maybe we'll come back and do another one. But that, what if I just have a website? I'll just get my Facebook presence sorted. I'll just get my ClickFunnels done. I'm just going to take these 7 courses so that I can have Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram all perfect before I do anything. Procrastination.
Yeah. Yeah.
That does lead us in quite nicely, though, because one of the things that both Ella and I are really passionate about is time. And we actually connected online. It was really quite funny. So I think this is a really great example of how you can create relationships with people online, which was something I never would have believed when I started my business 2 years ago. But the thing about time is, I can't even tell you how many times in my day people comment on time. How do you fit everything in, Annette? I feel like you're everywhere, like you're on every channel, you're on every stream, you're on every, like, how do you fit that in with, and you've got a full-time job, what? Like, how is this all even happening? And so, Ella, tell us about the big excuse of, I don't have time.
The I don't have time thing really is an excuse, because you've got time to take yourself to Starbucks and grab that coffee and sit there for 25 minutes and do nothing and scroll through Facebook. You have time when you woke up for your 3rd alarm and are still looking at Facebook and it's 25 minutes later. These are all time demons, and I'm not saying this because I'm not doing it.
That's exactly right.
I know, because I know.
I'm not sitting here telling you we're perfect. I mean, there are days, right? There are days.
Yeah. I mean, this morning, getting up to go to meetings this morning, it was really, really easy. I had made a plan last week that I was going to be healthy again. And this is the reason why time gets stolen away. Because we make a big goal and we try and eat the whole elephant right now.
Yes. And
when I was younger and I was working on cruise ships and I had literally nothing else to do except my shows at night, I could say I'm going to work out every day because I ain't got nothing else to do.
I'm going to work on my tan for a little while and then I'm going to have a swim. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's time. There is really time.
Right. That is not my life right now.
Yeah.
So I have to be strategic and I have to be realistic about. So I'm a big proponent. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm big. Thank you. It was the right word. I in my head.
It was the right word.
I'm a big proponent of having huge dreams, but I'm also, on the flip side of that coin, need you to be realistic at the same time.
Yes.
Because for me to say that I'm going to work out every day is just not realistic when that's not been my life for a good 10, 15 years, right? So instead, last week I said, okay, my goal for this month is to work out 2 times a week, and not like hardcore, like getting out and going to the gym workout. I just wanted to do yoga twice a week.
Yep.
That I can commit to, and not like 25 hours of yoga.
Realistic, achievable.
Exactly.
Something you can do at home, something you don't, there's not lots of organizing around it.
Right. 30 minutes of yoga. That's what I plan to do twice a week. This morning I woke up and I knew that I needed to get my yoga on. And I scrolled. I told myself that I was learning things.
Yeah. I'm waking up. I'm just taking it easy on myself. Yep.
Right. So 6 o'clock rolls around and I don't have 30 minutes to do yoga. I only have 10. Thankfully, I've got 10-minute videos. I could beat myself up about the fact that I didn't do 30 minutes, which is what we all do, because we didn't do the whole thing.
Yeah, we go into a negative spiral and go, well, there's no point anyway now. I'm just going to not do the yoga. It's done.
I got my 10 minutes done. Actually, it was 15 because I was like, I want to do my abs too. So
you stretched it a little bit.
Right. Yeah. So I did that this morning, but I was very intentful on that 10 minutes because people feel like you can't get anything done in 10 minutes. Yes, you can.
You can get a lot done in 10 minutes.
So much can be done in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If you will be intentful about it.
So the tips here for the listeners are really that there absolutely is always time. There may not always be big chunks of time, but if you are strategic and if you have a goal to do something and you can break that down into some smaller bite-sized chunks that you can realistically achieve in your day, then all of these things are possible. So somebody asked me yesterday, how do you fit all of this in? How do you get all this content generated? And I said, you know what? I have a 9 to 5. It's not my favorite thing right now, but when I go to my 9 to 5, I spend 80 minutes commuting. 80.
Oh my God.
So guess what I do in those 80 minutes? I could scroll, but I don't. I get my laptop out as soon as I get on the train and I start creating content so that I have content stored up, ready to just fling out when I don't have that, luxury of a lot of time.
Right.
And another example would be, and, I know that this triggers a lot of people, but morning is gold. On the mornings that some days, like this morning, I was awake at 4:30, right? I was excited because I knew I was going to be interviewing Ella. And so I'm lying there like 30 minutes and I'm like, oh, it must be at least like 6 o'clock by now. And I look at my phone and it's 5. I'm like, okay, just get up. Just get up already. Go and do some work. And that's what I did. I got up and I did an hour of work, which is really awesome because now I'm ahead of the day. So I think that if you have a goal and you have things that you want to do, there is time. So please, we don't want to hear that.
Time. It's a matter of you being fed up enough with it to make the time. Because if you're not fed up enough, if you're not fed up enough, then there will never be time. But when you get fed up with being fed up,
I posted on this page this morning a Dave Ramsey quote, which is talking about people who can seek out change before it becomes too much, before they have to seek out change. Mm-hmm. That's really brave and that's really smart because you know what, then you're ahead of the curve. But it is human nature. It is human nature to wait until it's so damn uncomfortable in the place that you're at. Like I did every day. I'm almost in tears driving to the station because I have to get on a train.
Yeah.
It took me to get to that point. And I would say I'm really brave most of the time, but still I waited all that time.
Yeah. So, I had a conversation this morning with a gentleman about that mentality. We are a society of people that unfortunately like to instant gratification. We're not a preventative mindset society. And there are so many things that we can do to prevent the pain.
That is exactly right. There are so many things we can do to prevent the pain, like find a great coach like Ella who can help you get your dreams ignited, like work with somebody like me who can help you get your money story and get your money in order before it swallows you. There are so many actions we can take proactively that are small steps on a bigger journey.
Yeah, those pieces are so important. They're so important.
Now, can you believe that we've been talking for 29 minutes?
That's insane.
Time flies when you're having fun. So I would love to know, what one piece of wisdom do you have for our beautiful, beautiful listeners that might be listening in today about taking action?
About taking action. I will tell you the thing that I've been ending my my lives with lately. It's something that I had made a quote of when I first created my business back in 2005 and first named my business. And I've just recently started saying it again, but it's that dreams only go as far as you take them. They only go as far as you take them.
Let's pop that in the comments for everybody. So your dreams only go as far as you take them. Love it. That is so true. That is so true. Now, tell me, just before we wrap up, where can our listeners find you if they're feeling inspired, if they want to ignite their dreams, if they want to come and work with somebody amazing like you? How would they find you?
Yeah. If you want to come and find me, you can find me in a couple of different places. You can find me here on Facebook at Ella Glasgow the Dream Igniter. If you are wanting to find out more about the coaching that I do, then you can go to thedreamigniter.com. And if you just want some more of me,
and if you wouldn't want more of you because I adore your lives,
then shoot me a PM and we can have a conversation. Or if you would like to get my confidence pack, I have some audios that I've put together to help you build your confidence. And it's called the Confidence Pack. And just PM me your email and I will send you the Confidence Pack so you can listen to those and start getting the confidence to make your dreams happen.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ella. As I already said in the podcast, I love that we met online. I love that we instantly connected, and I love that we got to talk today. Thank you for giving us your time so generously.
Thank you for having me.
And for the listeners, I just want to remind you that I am on a mission, a huge mission, to help 1 million women to take action on their dreams. But really, underneath that for me is to take action on your finances. So I need you guys to share this podcast, share the wisdom that we've heard today from Ella, invite people to the group, invite people to the page, because it's only going to be together that we can change the lives of 1 million women. So thank you so much. Hope you all have a beautiful day and a beautiful evening in Ohio.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.